Yo, hey, how are you? Truly, how are you? If you're like me, maybe your mind has been a little bit scattered. Maybe things have felt stretched, or like there's constant thoughts that just won't settle. And as much as clarity is attempted to be obtained, it's been foggy. So welcome to the energy of Gemini. As an air sign myself, this energy has felt overwhelming. It's not wrong in its overwhelming energy, it's just loud. And this Gemini supermoon that we're having is putting us right in the middle of that mental swirl. It's meeting us right there. And the thing about it is it's not asking for perfection. It's not demanding you to have answers right at this moment. But it is offering an invitation for you to notice what is rising beneath, what's coming up that's been avoided. So this moon isn't demanding clarity. It's not demanding you to know everything right now, but it is giving you some gentle awareness. And that awareness usually comes from repeating patterns, repeating thought loops, maybe relationship dynamics, maybe dynamics that you allow in or you exhibit. This could be shown up in workplace environments. This could be shown up anywhere. The biggest thing is, what is your mental chatter to yourself? What is your default thought pattern when you mess up? What is the default thought pattern when you succeed? Do you celebrate yourself more than you ridicule yourself? Let's go ahead and talk about this moon. This Gemini supermoon is the third and final supermoon of the year, and it's often referred to as the cold moon. Where I'm at, we're actually getting our first snow of the year on this supermoon, so that's kind of cool. But this is a moon of stillness, and a moon of clarity, a moon of awakening. And maybe you felt that. Like life has pressed pause. Like your energy has been pulled back. Perhaps your mind hasn't been able to fully think straight. Like you're in a dream that you can't fully interpret. And that's simply because we have all been in a dream. With Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune in retrograde still, the past few weeks have been a liminal space. This emotional cocoon wrapped in a mental fog, offering a deep internal reset. Like a butterfly, we've been dissolving into something greater. And this Gemini supermoon, it's that moment. It's that moment where we begin to wake up into our new form, into our new energy, into that new being. But before that comes the dissolution of what was. Gemini is an air sign, and it's ruled by Mercury, the planet of perception, clarity, communication, and the mind. This lunation illuminates thoughts, the ones you've been avoiding, the ones you've been afraid to speak, and the ones you've been quietly rewriting. But there's a twist. This moon isn't all about the mind because it's opposing Venus. And that means that the feelings that you've tried to keep light may suddenly feel heavy. Conversations may reach a breaking point. Misunderstandings will surface to be healed. And romantic tension is bound to rise. This isn't to hurt you, but it's to reveal what hasn't been said. The moon brings things to a head so that they can finally be released. And that is where self-mastery happens. That is alchemy. When we choose to see what we are feeling, when we choose to experience what we are feeling, and instead of running, and instead of blaming or projecting or putting it onto somebody else, we look at self and choose to own what we are feeling, thinking, saying, doing. And that turns that pain into wisdom, and that is the alchemy of self. In addition, this moon is also trining the planet Pluto. So this is where emotional intelligence begins to sharpen, where emotional patterns become visible, and where we begin to recognize what needs to end in order for something truer to truly begin. So Pluto, a planet of transformation and metamorphosis, it's offering breakthroughs. Not necessarily dramatic, though, that they can definitely be dramatic, but they will definitely be life-changing. They will alter perceptions, mental constructs, the ways that you show up in relationships and at work, within yourself. In addition, Mercury is trining Jupiter shortly after this full moon. So that's where Jupiter and Mercury come together to start lifting this fog, to expand the mind again, where optimism can begin to come back, where that communication mishap begins to become a little bit more clear, and where things start to finally make sense again, and we get that feeling of like, oh, I get it now, I understand, I see it, it all makes sense. But beneath all of this, there's that deeper current, the retrograde landscape, which is quietly shaping everything behind the scenes. And instead of moving your life forward, these retrogrades have been allowing you to be turned inward, to go within yourself. So it's been a season of slowed momentum and softened energy with foggy intuition and maybe some emotional heaviness. And that's not because you are doing anything wrong, but it's because there's a reconstruction happening within. And like anything, like a building when it's being built, the foundation has to be cleared in order for something solid. There has to be space cleared for the foundation, for something solid to be built there. So your foundation is being restructured right now. So you may have been pulled into like memories and nostalgia, old fears or unresolved emotions. You may have questioned your path or doubted your clarity, or felt like the universe pressed your life into a holding pattern. That's the beautiful nature of retrogrades. They bring you out of autopilot, and they put you into a deeper self-perception. The cool thing about all of this is that this supermoon, this Gemini supermoon, it begins the wake-up process, where over the next few weeks, that dream state begins to break. The mind begins to clear, emotions begin to find their shape, the intuition becomes sharper, and that direction, that goal, that path, it begins to become visible again, but this time with more clarity and more actual direction, with more attunement. And this is the moment that you begin to understand why the past weeks have been trying to teach you. Gemini wants truth. Venus wants emotional honesty. Pluto wants transformation. Jupiter wants to clarify. Mercury wants to understand. The universe is speaking through your mind and your heart, both loudly and quietly, all at the same time. So just know that you're not losing yourself through this. You're rediscovering the version of you that was buried under the fog of exhaustion, confusion, and that emotional weight. This is the reset. This is your clarity. This is you rising from the dream into reality with wisdom. So I invite you to say out loud or in your head, I let clarity guide me. I allow truth to rise. I open my mind and heart to a new beginning. Till next time, peace.
With clarity comes truth.